In a world where the desire for justice resides in every human heart, a desire that cannot be contained by prison walls, justice will find a way.
When you say all lives matters, most black folk tend to think you're trying to change the narrative. This is simply not the case, where they have every right to be passionate and have their voices heard. I have a right to give my opinion. I say a life is a life, no matter if you're black or white.
What type of society allows its citizens to be shot down like dogs over and over again? How many more mothers will we leave without a son?
These horrific cases in Ferguson, in New York, Staten Island, such as the case of Eric Garner, and all the cases across the country, serve as stark reminders that we must have a say in who's policing us, and also how that policing is done.
John F. Kennedy said it best: the rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened.
The real heroes are those who risk their lives every day to protect our world and make it a better place. Police, firefighters, and members of our armed forces. What kind of world would it be if we judged all cops based on the actions of a few? Our society cannot afford to make war with the police.
The lack of police accountability has been hotly contested since the killing of Mike Brown in Ferguson by police officer Darren Wilson, who is policing the police. Some call it protect and serve, while others see it as protecting their own.
No accountability, no trust. Mary Frances Berry put it this way: when you have police officers who abuse citizens, you erode public confidence in law enforcement. That makes the job of good police officers unsafe. Can you imagine what these families were told when there were no cell phones, internet, or cameras?
The fact is, we pay a shocking amount for police misconduct, nearly $1 billion in settlements over the past decade. These lawsuits were supposed to inspire better oversight, better government, and better policing. The fact is, more black men are killed by the police now than ever before.
It's not that I'm against the Black Lives Matter movement. I just believe that most of the people don't know or understand what the protest is all about. I don't think anyone should be shot or gunned down for no reason, but I also don't want those protesters disrupting my life. Not only was I late for work, but I was also late getting home. That's not fair for me and all the hardworking Americans that these groups rush to pass judgment on. That's why we have laws. It's called due process.
Look, we're not saying all police are bad. However, there is clearly a problem that seems to be accelerating in our inner cities, specifically in the black communities around the nation.
No one should have to suffer the anguish of being dehumanized. Let's talk about policing and public safety. Let's debate what works and what doesn't. I don't have all the answers, but I know this much. We must abandon practices that simply don't work and do more of the things that actually do work to save lives.
Jack Glazer, an associate professor at the Goldman School of Public Policy at the University of California, Berkeley, said race is a trigger for police brutality. Many people were outraged when he said this. 194 black people have been killed by U.S. policemen in 2016 alone. Now ask yourself, is there any truth to it? It's time we stand together against injustice.
Shots Fired is being hailed as the most meaningful documentary of this generation. Our goal is to raise awareness, advocate public policy, and restore trust between local police and the communities they have sworn to protect and serve.
Tragedies usually bring people together. But when the tragedy forges people apart, such as police shootings and shooting of our police officers as well, that is indeed a tragedy. Well, I think we can do something about it in a very, very sincere way. And that is get to know each other to mitigate fear that usually is one of the causes of perpetuating such event in the first place. But we need to work together to do that. So let's put energy around collaborative efforts to bring peace to our community.
something has to be done. It's time we take this message around the world and change lives by telling stories through film, author books and curriculums that inspire trust and invoke unity. Together with your help, we can build better lives and better communities.
Kate, don't you do it! Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him? He better not be dead. He better not be dead. I know that much. I know that much. He better not be dead. I'm not gonna come near you. I'm gonna record though. I'm not coming near you. I'm gonna record though. He better be alive, cause I'm coming. You better be alive. How about that?